I believe the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to go 2-14. That might be a little harsh, but every time I look at their schedule, I think it's honestly what's going to happen. I believe the Jameis Winston drama. Remember, Jameis Winston is suspended for 3 games. I think the Jameis Winston drama is just too much for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to overcome. I'm not a big believer. And even when Jameis Winston does come back, presumably as the quarterback, this is a guy who threw 58% completions last year. He's not a great quarterback. He's pretty erratic. He's all over the place. And I don't know that he even will come back. It's very possible Ryan Fitzpatrick remains the starting quarterback for the Buccaneers their entire season this year. So I'm not a big believer in the Buccaneers simply because I don't like their quarterback. Here's another big reason I don't like the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers' biggest strength is their defensive line. The Buccaneers' biggest strength is their defensive line. Not their defense, their linemen. And that's great. They have Jason Pierre-Paul, Bo Allen, Vinny Curry. They drafted Vita Vea, the defensive tackle from Washington. Those are all awesome. That's actually really scary. That's a really good defensive line. My problem is I don't think that defensive lines win games. Ask J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. How much was J.J. Watt winning when he was dominating the NFL? I don't know that defensive linemen win football games. And if that's your biggest strength on your team, that really scares me. So all in all, I think the Buccaneers are rebuilding. I'm not a big believer in them. I think they're rebuilding their roster. There are a lot of young players on defense. There's one thing to pay attention to. Last year, the Buccaneers lost 7 games by 7 points or less. And maybe the difference is that Ryan Fitzpatrick, being their starting quarterback, will have fewer turnovers. Because Jameis Winston, he fumbles, he throws interceptions, he's erratic. Kind of reminds me of Eli Manning. I think that Jameis Winston maybe being benched is a good thing, and maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick is a difference to win a couple more close games. So maybe the Buccaneers do go from 2-4 to 5-11. But regardless, I'm not excited for the Buccaneers. I think their season's going to be pretty ugly. They're rebuilding, and they might even draft a quarterback in next year's NFL draft. I'm really not excited for the Buccaneers. They're going to have an abysmal season. They're not worth watching, and I'm really pretty bummed out for them. They will be, my prediction, 2-14. I recognize that's harsh, but you got to have some teams at the bottom. I think the Buccaneers are really going to struggle. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember, if you want to help Strong Opinion Sports grow, you can share this with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show. And always remember, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, everywhere you can find a podcast, as well as YouTube. My full entire podcast is on YouTube, as well as shorter, more interesting clips like this. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and take care.